Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Mob Psycho 100. Last time around we had Discord choices. So yeah, Mob was trapped within a false world by Mogami, and it is basically a world not too dissimilar from his own, but one where he didn't have powers and had to face the cruelness of life. But then Dimple showed up and was like, yo, it's fine. And Mob was like, oh yeah, everything's fine. You know, I can be a good boy. And he was. He was a good boy. Managed to defeat Mogami and save the girl. And when they both awoke, the girl was like, yep, I am a terrible person. And Mob was like, well, I don't know, you could change. And she's like, yeah, alright, sure. So, yeah. That was fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Mob Psycho 100. Here we go. It's sad. It's sad watching a Chad fall from grace to become a virgin. See, as it turns out at the end of Season 1, while Mob passed his powers to Reagan, Reagan passed his Chadness to Mob. I mean, it's... See, I don't know how much I'm going to actually talk about this episode, because it's kind of straightforward, honestly. It's just it's Reagan spiraling, you know? It's interesting, you know, we did now finally get to see just a little bit of his backstory, just in how he set up the business in the first place 4 years ago. We still don't know anything else, you know? I'm hoping this does lead into that in the next episode. Who is Reagan Arataka? And why is he like this? Man. And I mean, it's just a problem that he just didn't accept it properly. He didn't accept it properly. Now, you know, it could be something where, well, okay, maybe he needs Ritsu sometimes, you know? Divide the workload. Or just Dimple. Like, if Dimple just went over there, he probably could have exercised that spirit, and that would have been that, you know? But instead, he I mean, he went too far, you know? He went too far saying, yeah, oh, Mob, you don't have real friends. It's like, well, fuck you, you know? He does have real friends. And Mob has said to him, you know, you can't call me so suddenly out of the blue, you know? I mean, it's basically like they should still be, you know, friends, partners. But there needs to be a change there. There needs to be more of a level of equality, you know? They need to be partners. That's kind of the thing. They need to be partners. And they need to be partners. That's the thing. And at the same time, Reagan he needs to respect Mob more, you know, and respect his time. And it is a problem that Reagan just has no powers at all, you know? But Mob, he's got a life. He's got friends. He has 2 clubs, technically. He has the Body Improvement Club, who are all Chads, that are literally, like, I love that they're not, like, you would almost think, like, they would have just, you know, left Mob at some point. But, like, no, they genuinely are like, oh, he's gonna get better. Like, slowly but surely he will get better, and this is good for him, you know? Like, this is good for him. He should, you know, they celebrate his accomplishments, you know? And he also has the telepathy club, just by proxy, honestly. And I like that they go out, they have fun, you know, they go to a restaurant, they go to karaoke and stuff. Like, this is nice. But there's no room in there for Reagan, and it's a bit of a problem. And it's really made Reagan reflect on himself, you know? Because, I mean, that's the thing, you know? That's the thing is, I'm sure, it's what we've said 1,000 times, is he most likely sees so much of himself in Mob, you know? But now he's gone spiraling, where he's like, well, I used to be like that, so you should be like that. But then when Mob's not like that, he's like, well, shit. Then he remembers, no, he's still alone, you know? Even on his birthday, you know, he got a message from his mother, and it was really just, hey, go get a real job, you know? Then he tried to pull himself out of this. He's gonna be somebody, you know? But if anything, it's just him spiraling more and more, you know? It's him spiraling more and more, and now he has to deal with Jabbo, who's going to try to expose him on national television in front of a sci-fi writer and an idol. You know, I don't know much about Japanese television. I know there are, you know, thousands of shows like that. I guess just the sort of daytime television, you know, which you kind of get that in America too. But instead of this big flamboyant host with this like, oh, the haunted spirits special and stuff, like in America we get like Dr. Phil, equally as bullshit, but Dr. Phil is not as flamboyant, so. Although, if there is any show in America that would accept Reagan Arataka, it's probably the Dr. Phil show, so. So yeah, but the thing is, you know who Dr. Phil wouldn't bring on? And this is the point I was getting to. An idol? What is the point of an idol being there? Like, and the answer I'm going to assume is there isn't a reason for an idol to be there. But what it probably is, and this is based on watching a couple episodes of like Oshinoko, is it's literally just so that idol gets their face somewhere, you know? So their face is put in front of the public somewhere. Whoever that girl's agency is like, fuck it, put her on television. It may attract a fan or two, you know? Like, I bet you that is it, you know? I bet you that is the only reason that idol is there, you know? Because the sci-fi writer makes a little bit more sense, but an idol makes absolutely no sense. But I bet it's her agency desperate to, you know, get her to rise to stardom, you know? And so that's just my thing, just with limited information on Japanese daytime television and Japanese idol culture, so. But yeah. Like, where Reagan sees going on TV as this major accomplishment, that idol is she's just there to promote herself, and that's it. So yeah, Reagan is spiraling, and things are going well for Mob. And with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Mob Psycho 100 reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.